Next, we have Ramon Freeman, the Statehood Green candidate.
All right, peace and blessings. It's an honor to be here today because this is an exceptional church. This is probably the best service I have attended in years because it has disseminated so much information. I gotta take this out because y'all too short for me. Philip Pennell, thank you for convening this. The amount of information that I saw distributed upstairs should be a benchmark for all churches to follow. And to have such big talent like Mr. Aaron Myers in your pulpit, you are truly blessed. All right. Now, having said that, I'm Ramon Freeman, Angry Black Man in Therapy. I'm supposed to stop saying that as a DC delegate candidate, but I want to promote therapy. We need to recognize that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. And unfortunately, for the past 34 years, our messaging for DC Statehood has not really changed. Our distinguished Congresswoman referred to the diminishing resistance to DC Statehood, but I submit to you that that's not really progress. That diminishing opposition to it coincides with the diminishing black population. So once it gets white, it'll be right time for DC Statehood. That's what they're waiting for. That's the ugly truth. What we should be talking about is not that, look at all these 700,000 people of color disenfranchised voters. This American country could care less about disenfranchised voters. They are promoting voter suppression laws all around this country right now. We should be showing up in those states where they rears its ugly head and be in solidarity to show that this is a national issue and not a local issue. In fact, it's probably one of the most important issues in the country because it's the linchpin that could change the tide of balance of power in this country. Because theoretically, we'll get two progressive Democratic senators in that mix. And I don't want to hear this stuff about it's unconstitutional. Look, was it unconstitutional when they took Arlington from DC? All right, they done shrunk it before, why they can't do it again? They don't want to do it for your beautiful black bodies. That's what that is. So what we need to talk about, we was also hearing about, why we want to be the 51st of anything. We're already 51st in a lot of stuff. DC is the most dangerous city for a black woman of any social economic background to give birth in the country. That's 51. And we can go down the list of negative statistics. And we are already, we know what we first in? You want to know what we are first in? We are the first and the highest per capita income taxes paid of any U.S. citizens in this country. That's where you first in. They're going to tell you, oh, your taxes are going to go up. They ain't going to go higher than what they already are. Let's pay attention. We need to develop a level of political maturity. And the reality is the lack of representation is colonization. We are colonized. And then until we start to call a spade, we need to, when we heard the calls of demand upstairs, we are not demanding if we don't have any force behind our words. We are begging, please, please do the right thing. A demand would be something like this. Taxation without representation, it should be no representation, no taxes. Then you'll get some changes in here. I know you're scared, but let me tell you this. The last speech from Martin Luther King, many of you are very familiar with, or at least you should be. I know some of your kids might not be getting taught this in school. But next to his last speech was delivered right here in Washington, D.C. It was entitled, Remaining Awake During a Great Revolution. He goes on to say in that speech, March 31st, 1968, that far too often people find themselves living in periods of great social change, but yet they fail to develop the new ideas that the new situation demands. They end up sleeping through a revolution. I submit to you that's the quintessential definition of stay woke, and it's a shame that we are repeating the same pejoratives of our enemies. Are you one of those woke people? Are you one of those unconscious people? Wake up. I say that to all the beautiful people here. Let's do something different Wake up and really challenge this system and the colonization that has been oppressing our people for far too long. Do something.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, we're going to hear from, I think we have two council ward candidates. First, we will hear